right. Today is March 9th,
2020.
2020, and we'll probably do a full tour. We should do a full tour of the house once it's a little more put together. But
Yeah.
we're almost put together, and the big
So
story
close.
of the last month and week or so has been moving into our new place. So, when was it? February 1st?
February 1st was the move.
February 1st, we drove down to Urbana that Friday night.
Well, let's take a tiny step back. So before then, we were redoing this place. When we bought it, it was the ugliest thing you've ever seen. And like paint colors are just, and it was dirty. So there was just a lot of work. So we worked our butts off. We painted the cabinets, which was like the worst ever. I
Yeah.
don't know if I ever want to do that again. I'm sure I'll do it again at some point in my lifetime. But a ton of work.
I think we did describe this in the last vlog, actually, but
Yeah.
I mean, worth emphasizing because it was a lot.
Yeah. So then, February 1st.
Yeah, so we drive down to Urbana, have some dinner with some friends from my program, from the ward, which was fun.
From work, yeah.
Stayed with the Perkins family in Champaign, which was really nice of them.
So fun to see them.
And that next morning, me and Les loaded the entire U-Haul, picked it up, and went into the barn,
Oh,
the shed.
not the U-Haul. That fell through like the day
yeah.
before. Our
It was a
Penske truck. We're Penske people.
So it was good, although there were some worrying signs of mouse residues around. So we'll get back to that. But we loaded it up. I drove back, picked up stuff in like a couch and a piano from the suburbs, and then with some help brought them over here. Started unloading here. So we had multiple friends come. They were very nice to come help us.
So helpful.
Les came in as well, met us here, and we just brought everything in, and we had so many boxes, and it was really intimidating. We're like, oh my gosh, where's this all gonna go? This is such a mess. Oh my gosh. So we're having all those typical feelings.
And then, as I'm starting to unpack that day, I'm quickly realizing, like, oh my gosh, like, we have a serious problem on our hands. There's mice poop in I would say in every box that did not have,
No, more like half of the cardboard boxes.
I think it was in everyone.
No, some were totally scot-free.
Okay, if we had taped it off perfectly, if there were no visible holes into the box, it was safe. But other than that, like...
They chewed through clothing, they chewed through some books, they chewed through our sheets.
Like, children's blocks.
Yeah.
Like, it was insane.
They had a heyday, and then we found their little nest that they made in one of the book.
Oh, they made several nests, but that one was, like, probably the mega nest.
Yeah, they brought little fluff from all over our possessions and brought it all together and made this sweet little nest that they probably loved.
It's very sweet. However, it turns out that there is a terrifying disease that mice poop and mouse urine has. Anyway, so I freaked out because it has a 50% mortality rate, which I assume is like people who end up going to the hospital with it. Anyway, whatever.
So we asked my parents to watch Calvin and Desmond while we were dealing with this. So we
like frantically just trying to get rid of stuff, clean it.
We got rid of a lot, and which was not necessarily a bad thing. A lot of stuff we were going to get rid of anyway.
Yeah, some stuff was a little painful, but it is what it is. We didn't have to pay for storing all of our stuff for 9 months, so
we sold a bunch of other things on Craigslist.
We
started organizing.
So Jesse's parents saved our heinies, but then I felt super bad the day that they were supposed to come back. That morning, Calvin just started throwing up everywhere. So, I felt so bad.
They took the brunt of it.
Saved our heinies for the 6,000th time this year.
But yeah, we were. It was it was a whirlwind, and the next few nights and days was a lot of moving around stuff
and just cleaning,
painting and cleaning.
There's a lot of anxiety.
A lot of laundry, a lot of everything.
A lot of running to the store. Anyway.
A lot of Home Depot.
We've moved before, right? Yeah.
Home Depot, yeah. So it just, but it didn't really matter because Les wanted to host a Valentine's party for children in like a week and a half after moving, and she did.
And I did that partially as a way of saying, like, we just have to get it done, right? Like, because otherwise you can drag it out forever. So it's like, okay, we have to have a hard date where it's like, we have to be presentable.
So we ended up having like 15 kids and like 7 or 8 other adults.
Oh, we had 25 people in this house.
Come, which was pretty full. Thank goodness the kids are small. Otherwise,
we could kind of squish them in.
Yeah, so, but yeah, that was really fun. Good job, Les.
It was fun. It's one thing that's really nice, because it's hard moving and like restarting your social network. But it's like, oh, we already have a lot of people that we're very close to, and a lot of people that like we can build relationships with. So that was kind of nice.
Yeah.
It was kind of a good life realization on that. Okay.
Yeah, so good job. We also got to celebrate Valentine's.
The best holiday besides Easter and Christmas and Thanksgiving, and possibly Halloween.
We got to celebrate it in a very neighborhoodly fashion. We walked over to one of the multiple sushi places close
rolls
by.
And rolls.
Delicious.
Super good.
And then we saw this really avant-garde local kind of theater production, which was pretty cool actually.
We loved
it a lot.
It was one of those things where there are lots of men with scarves in the audience.
Yep. So that was fun. So yeah, the nights after I come home from work so far, we've spent a lot of nights just working on house things, but we've been having fun as well like that. So Leslie's been to a couple museums already.
Mm-hmm. Museum of Science and Industry is amazing. We've been twice, and like I keep talking to people about it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, have you been to the mine?" It's like, I didn't even know that was in there. Like, or have you been to this thing? Have not run across it, so I'm super excited to keep going back.
Oh, we're excited to keep doing those kinds of things. Well, I'm at work Monday through Friday, obviously, and things have been kind of interesting still. There's a lot of high emotions from the community about some of the construction work that's been going on. I've seen a few shouting matches already, and weird threats, and
having to reach out to legal.
yeah, kind of crazy. So I'd say morale though overall is kind of low on the project I'm on, so trying to figure out how to navigate around that and
good thing you're a booster.
The politics of the office. I don't know if I'm a booster here, but I think I'm making progress and like getting my head wrapped around everything and being able to contribute some way or form as we go. So that's kind of the work update, I guess. And something like exploded when I was in a construction site right next to me the other week, so that was also fun.
Terrifying.
Yeah, but I wear my construction boots, which are my hiking boots, like almost every day. It's kind of interesting, but it's nice to get out, especially now that the weather is getting a little better.
Yeah, totally. One other thing that we're super excited about is Calvin is in a nature preschool. It's 3 days a week at North Park Nature Center, Forest Preserve Nature Center, and it's amazing. They just play outside for 3 hours every day, and his teachers are the sweetest people in the whole world.
Their playground is a big fallen tree. They just go play with big rock piles.
They're like moving logs around to like build teepees.
They made a fire. They tapped maple trees. What the heck? This is amazing.
They just are. It's so good. It makes me so happy. Like the first day we dropped him off, it was right after this huge snowstorm. It's literally 2 degrees outside. And I drop him off, and I'm meeting his teacher, and he's like, it's just so beautiful. We just have to spend, at least a half hour outside, and just he's just thrilled there. And nicest, like his friends are like Wilbur and Finn, Sophia, Helen's kind of a friend of me, but there's always one of those for Calvin. But yeah, we love it.
Desmond is the happiest little baby 90% of the time or more. He is just so genuinely smiling. He's got some great games going on. His first game's really just clapping back to you. He can straight up clap. He does.
That's new of this week, and it's so cute because forever he was trying so hard but he couldn't quite get it.
He does this little head thing where he sticks his eyes up and moves his head back and forth to back and forth to us.
Oh yeah, he was doing that at the grocery store today with people in line, and they were all like laughing so hard.
He did this wave the first time this week, which was just adorable. And then peekaboo.
Okay, also again at the grocery store today, these two separate old men, because he was like smiling at them and like waving at them. They were both like, I was having kind of a sad day, and then he made me feel so happy. He just makes everybody happy.
He does.
He's the sweetest person alive.
So that's kind of the update on us. The world around us is moving quickly too, as our life is moving quickly. I just want to make a comment on that, I guess.
Please do.
I mean, the last month, the president, Donald Trump, got impeached and then held on trial at the Senate. So, you know, of course, me and Leslie watch that kind of stuff closely. Yeah. So, you know, we were disappointed about the result. And, but yeah, a lot has been happening, like world events. It seems like this year, last year, has been, I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things when it's like when you have, you know, the world's busybody totally incapable of like putting any energy towards like international problems because, you know, Donald Trump is just making an absolute like chaos domestically. You know, people get away with crap, and there's just a lot of it's just, yeah, it's really stressful. Like, I feel like we've had a lot of anxiety. Have we talked about this?
We've talked about this, yeah. I mean, yeah. I've gotten away from, I think, my lower points of Trump-induced anxiety, but, you know, it's still there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that, like, I feel bad is that there's just so many things that I feel like I'm having to, like, write senators about, that, like, this week, Israel sent a bunch of booby-trapped children's balloons into Gaza. And, like, I haven't had the energy to, like, write my senator saying, like, this is monstrous, you know, like, and, like, we're just paying for it, you know, like, so anyway, so I think it's just one of those things where, like, there's a lot of guilt. And then there's also a coronavirus. Really hoping it's already caused a lot of chaos. We might be plummeting into a recession as we speak. Good thing we just bought a house. Yeah. But anyway, just hard times.
All right, but the good news is Ernest is back. We're finally reunited with him after, you know, a good 6-7 months. Yeah. And he's adjusted to the house really well.
He loves it.
So
loves it.
That's great.
And we have one little guy who snuck out of bed.